So, you want to get some extra money but don't have the skills to work on jobs or freelance platforms? Or maybe you do have the skills, but not enough time to spend a considerable amount of time on them. What if I told you that there are some tools that you can use to speed up the creative process? What are these tools, and how can you use them? Watch this video to find out. When it comes to freelancing, the easiest market you can tap into is content writing. Think about it this way. You are talking throughout your day, you are speaking a language, and all you have to do here is just type those words instead of saying them out loud. Whether it's a blog post or a script for a video, it's mostly you talking to a screen, right? While these two don't require much skill, some forms of content writing need time and practice to master. But the good news for you is that you don't have to do that, thanks to the tools I'm going to tell you about, along with examples. The first one on this list is ChatGPT, something I'm sure you are already familiar with. This AI tool is the most commonly known for two main reasons. It is easily accessible and super smart. Plus, it gets updated regularly with new features that improve your quality of life. Now, instead of using it as a personal chatbot, you can also use it to make some money. If you go to Reddit, Upwork, or Fiverr, you'll find countless openings for a YouTube scriptwriter. Normally, you'd think that, oh, I don't know about this topic, so I can't write on it, or I wish I could write it all in the first place. But with the introduction of ChatGPT, you don't need to worry about these things. Don't believe me? Let's write a YouTube script using this tool. Now, with everything AI, the most important thing you need is the prompt. The better you've explained in the first step, the fewer revisions you'll have to make later on. So, what do we need to define while making a prompt? First, we'll have to give it a job, and we'll type, write a 1,000-word script on the topic. Say, how to use ChatGPT to write a script for a YouTube video. Now, if you go ahead with that, you'll end up like 90% of the people who get a basic script that your client will discard in an instant. We'll have to make it better by giving it some extra instructions. We'll ask it to write in a casual and engaging tone. Our audience is people who want to earn money through content writing, so we'll mention that. Sometimes it tends to skip out on details, so we'll ask it to be as detailed as possible. Next, we need an intro and an outro, so we'll ask it to write an interesting hook, and as for the intro, we'll ask it to end with a call to action. An important thing to add here is that we'll have to ask it to skip out on parentheses and headings and write it in continuity. Remember, you're writing what the voiceover artist would be reading out loud, and these instructions are not important. Plus, the AI counts these as words toward the final word count. This way, you'll actually fall behind when you delete these unnecessary additions. As you can see, this time around, it has written the script in a much better way. The tone is engaging, which means that the people who watch this video will feel like they are part of the conversation. It is informative, yet it does not use any complex words because you want a wider audience. Now, you can still make it better, and that's by manually plastering out some stuff, which you can do on a text editor like Google Docs, or edit it on the ChatGPT canvas itself. Personally, I would advise you to use Docs, since that gives you more tools to work with and increases readability. You can remove the phrases that feel like an AI wrote them, or add details that the AI missed out on. Remember to give it a human element since it goes a long way. One thing you'll notice when you use it is that usually it doesn't follow the word limit too well. Sometimes it goes over it, but usually it falls behind by a lot. In these scenarios, you can divide your script into multiple parts and ask the AI to talk in detail about them. Once you've gathered the content for all of your headings, you can just paste them on Google Docs, make sure there are no errors, and you are good to go. Lastly, you can also use this AI to research for your scripts or content. Just ask it to find relevant articles or videos to your topic and add hyperlinks as well. This way, you can directly access a lot of information without having to go through hundreds of searches for each job. Now let's suppose that you are more into blog writing. For that, I would suggest you use WriteTR. It's basically a tool that is specially made for short-form content writing. The best part? It's free. As with all of these tools, the first step is to create an account. So click on the Start Writing button on the top right corner and follow the steps. Once done, you'll land on their AI generator. But before we get into that, click on the Settings button, and in the App Settings, change the Append Generated Content to the position of the cursor. Back on the Create tab, you'll see that we have 4 options at the top. The Document section lets you access everything you've made so far. The Chat section is where you can talk to their AI. And finally, the Write section is where the magic happens. So click on that. On the left side, we have a few options that we can tweak to make our AI-generated content according to our preferences. Now, suppose that we are writing a fitness blog, but we don't know what to write about specifically. First, we'll set our tone to be casual from the drop-down menu. Next, when we click on the use case, we can see a lot of options to choose from. From writing blog outlines to writing a newsletter, we can get this AI to do almost anything. For now, we'll select blog idea and outline. Next, we need to set a primary keyword so the AI can help us find a topic and write a blog on it. Next, we can leave the variant as 1 and creativity as optimal. If you want the AI to generate multiple iterations of the topic at the same time, you can set the variant up to 3. Another interesting thing to note is that you can click on the Write for Me button again, and it will give you a new outline below the first one. For now, let's stick to the first one. Now that we have an outline, we'll go to the use case again, and this time choose the blog section writing. Next, we'll copy our first heading and then paste it into the section header box. Since we didn't get any keywords here, we'll skip the keywords. Then we'll press enter, and the AI will have written the content for this heading. Next, we'll repeat the process for the remaining headings, but this time, we'll also add the keywords that were given to us by the tool. Now, if we don't like something here, we can ask the AI to work on it again. Simply select the text you want to be changed and click on the floating menu that looks like an R. From here, we can use AI to change the tone of the paragraph or improve it from scratch. If we like where it's headed, we can even ask it to keep on typing about that subject. Lastly, if you want to change it but don't see the option to do so, just click on the text box and ask the AI how you want it to be redone. Just keep in mind that you'll have to be really specific and provide it with a lot of details. Once you are done with the editing portion, just go ahead and paste it into WordPress and do some SEO, and your blog post is good to go. Now, if you are more into short-form content and copywriting, the AI you should be using is Copy.ai. From generating emails that will push the readers to buy your product to product descriptions that will captivate potential users, this AI can be your best marketing assistant. So how can we use that? First, we'll head over to their website and create an account. Once we've done that, we'll land on our dashboard, which looks empty for now. Let's try to change that by heading over to Workflows and then browsing some templates. Here you can see how useful this AI really is. Suppose you are selling a product that has a common issue. You'll probably have a lot of emails asking for support, and replying to all of them would take forever, right? Instead, you can use this AI to convert one of your support emails into a blog post that you can upload on your website so other users can just go through it to fix their issue. How cool is that? But we are here for freelancing, and for that reason, we'll click on Generate Product Descriptions. Next, we'll see a form that asks for information about our product. Let's suppose that we work for a client who sells smart lamps, and they've asked us to write product descriptions. We'll fill out the form according to their specifications. One thing to keep in mind is that you should be as descriptive as possible. This helps the AI to stay on track rather than making descriptions out of thin air. Plus, make sure to specify which platform you are using this tool for, as the results change depending on your answer. Once we've filled out the form, we'll click on the Run Workflow button at the bottom. This step will take a few minutes, so let it run on its own and don't click on anything. When it's done, scroll down, and you'll see that the AI has made a target audience for you, and even made some marketing strategies as well. Moreover, it has also generated a product description that makes you feel like you need the product. It doesn't try to oversell it. Rather, it talks about the key features that will attract more customers. Now, all you have to do is send it to the client, and they can put this on their Amazon page or whichever platform they use. Plus, you can even send the marketing strategies and wow them even more. With all that said, there is one thing you need to keep in mind. You should think of AI as an assistant rather than a hired worker. You can't blindly trust the AI to do all of the work for you since it's not perfect, and it's sort of easy to catch as well. Remember to always keep an eye out for the mistakes the AI has made, or look out for some words that don't seem human to you. Lastly, add a personal touch to your content so your clients don't think that you're just being lazy. That's it for this video. Will you be using any of these tools in your freelance career? Do you have better alternatives? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like this one in the future.